asleep. Maybe not. But if so, dream a little dream for me. It's one of my days off, but just the way things happened today, I decided to stream. I was so tired that I was feeling like maybe even unhealthy because there's no reason to be as tired as I feel, other than some kind of fog. And it's funny how we said like, oh, a week into Aries season, we'll really feel the transition. It's like maybe it hurts. I feel it so much it hurts. Um, Either way, I got a piece of cardboard. So I don't know if you know all these angel numbers on my wall or pieces of an angel number are all like just pieces of recycled cardboard that I obtained throughout existing in a world that uses cardboard. So I got one today, which is my divine sign, big an angel number. I do have to decide what number it's going to be. I already have 12, 12, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, 4, 4, 4. There is 808 on the back of one of these. There's 11, 11 on the back of this one. This is 10, 10. So I got to pick. And I also try to pick the number based on how big the piece of cardboard is. So, like, this is kind of a short one. So I would do 3 numbers, rather than 4, probably. So I don't know what number. Could be 333. I didn't go in order. I do have a 222 somewhere too. It's just not on the wall. I was trying to like not go in order, but now it's at the point where I've got more and more numbers that I'm gonna have to meet in the middle. They're gonna be consequential one way or the other. If I do 6, it'll be 4, 5, 6, 7. If I do 3, it'll be 3, 4, 5. So I think 3 is probably good. I do them way out of order. But I think the last one I did was the 444. No, it was 777. I can't remember the order. We'd have to look at the past streams. So I'm thinking 333 for this. And then I also got this little piece of cardboard. And okay, so I think this will be really cool, especially because I'm always trying to like incorporate my die into my readings somehow, even though numbers are just like not necessarily tricky, but numbers can be so broad that I wanted something more specific. I have so many random die. I don't even want to use my set. I just like sometimes I see die and I buy them individually. So I just have a few I think would be fun to use. Water. Drink some water. So I have some dye that I think would be fun to use. And what better way than to like put the signs in each one of these because there's 12, and then I can like shoot zodiac craps on there. So I thought that would be fun. So those are my 2 projects. I know like maybe you thought I would work on this painting that I was working on yesterday. To be honest, it's way better than it was. It has so much more detail, but it's not in the best shape. But I like it. I like where it's going. I think it's really cool. I think it's actually going to be fucking amazing. And I'm excited, but I have to rearrange back here to fit better because yesterday I was getting a little claustrophobic and I couldn't take it. So then, if you really feel like it, I can paint this too. A little love for you. Yeah, so this isn't even really for painting. I'll probably end up painting this, but typically I just use Sharpies for these endeavors. This one's paint, but I think it's actually paint pens and Sharpies, so yeah. Excited. The Kate Bush one is fun. You can't see it all the way up there though. Oh, and I have to roll ads, so we'll get to all this when I get back. Thanks. Okie dokie. So, sipping on a little coffee. Apparently, I'm fucking chugging this water. I've got this little mini pink Coke on standby. My absolute biggest weakness in corporate capitalism. Name brand sodas. And I've got this loaded bong. Incense already burning, cards all packed up, but there is a deck on the table. And a few miscellaneous cards. So we might get to some tarot later if you feel like sticking around. But for now, I just want to do some drawing. I'm not even painting. Hey, merry moments, Morphin Edge. Doing angel numbers. I finally got a piece of cardboard. It's been a minute. I was ordering from the same place that I got most of these from, and they weren't giving me cardboard. And I was like, damn, what's it take? At one point, I even told them, like, I walked up here, and they're like, okay, do you want cardboard? And I was like, oh, it seemed weird at that point. I didn't ask them for cardboard. It's like they knew, but also she was like, holy shit, you got to balance this in a bag. And I was like, it's fine. But ordered soup. My partner got me soup, and they gave me cardboard. So I guess next time I feel like doing an angel number, I just gotta get some soup from them. So thank you for that. Yeah, so I'm thinking 333, but I don't know. Yeah, probably. I don't want too much though. I kind of like the secretity of like it just comes to me when I should do it once in a while. We were just ordering soup a lot at one point, and I had like 3 or 4 in a row. I don't really need excess cardboard. I have a lot of tubes too. That's another thing. Speaking, since we're on the subject, because I'm really ultimately just trying to reuse and reduce more than I recycle, because the recycling system's kind of a joke and a lie. So even though they do recycle a lot of stuff that they do, especially like um, oh yeah. They do recycle some stuff, and like where I'm at, or in some states even, they do have great recycling and money incentives with recycling. Hey, it just got started. Um, but lately, like instead of just throwing it in a bin and hoping it gets recycled, I'm like, how can I use more of the trash I'm producing? Like again, I think part of the reason that I don't feel that guilty drinking sodas is because the 10-cent returnable, even though um, you pay for it, kind of. It's very silly, but you at least you know it's getting recycled, so I don't feel as bad with like cans like that. But I kind of held on to a few of these, and it helped with a few projects that we've done. But I'm like, how could I make these into something else, or like what would they be good for? Um, because I think we do have to start thinking not like outside of the box, but inside of the box. Yeah, I did too, and I kind of stopped. And like, I do for sure, I do like kind of try to use things maybe before I recycle them, even if ultimately I recycle it. And again, reducing is the number one, is trying to be less wasteful. You know, reusing a plastic bag, or like, you know, keeping your jars is an obvious one, but like um reducing and just like thinking about what you're buying, because again, if I have a plan, right, I guess it's okay, but if I don't, then it's like maybe I should think twice about what I'm doing or whatever. Okay, so that's always been really important to me, recycling, the aspect of reusing, and that way. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, or dressing them up, like if you cut them. Oh, this one's nice and thick. If you like, yeah, it does get overwhelming. And that's the thing. It's like I can keep it, or I can go sit in a landfill. But either way, it's sitting somewhere. And that was always my mentality of like, what difference does it make if I have it or if it's somewhere else? It's just because it's out of sight doesn't mean it's going to be out of mind. Because what the hell are we doing? And then like 20 years later, because I was always like that. we're not in any better position, and I don't feel any better. Like even though I'm less of a hoarder now, and I do things with less shame to a degree. Even. There's so much random stuff in this box. Sorry, I feel like the noise must be obnoxious. I wanted to see what was down there. Some words and roses and ribbons and threads, a skull, and flowers, paintbrushes. Oh. I totally feel that, and I try to rinse my recycling, and if I don't, sometimes I'm like, you know what? I know this isn't getting rinsed. I'm throwing it out, and like I'm guilty. That's why I always remind people that I'm never meant to be righteous on this channel. We're all a work in progress. I too am trying to figure out the best plan of action for myself living in the conditions that I do. You know, like yeah, I completely agree. They look down at the ground missing, but I never go in now. I'm looking at the big sky. I'm looking at the big sky now. I'm looking at the big sky. You never understood me. You never really tried. That cloud looks like Ireland. Okay, sorry, I organized my box. I just really wanted to do that. Come on, now, blow a kiss now. Quick! Changing the big sky. Okay. I had to be able to utilize this. Put this here, hold my markers and whatnot. So yeah. Even though I'm drinking coffee and I don't really need the caffeine, I think I'm craving the sugar, which is so rare for me to want anything sweet. But sometimes, I don't know, it's almost like I ate a really hearty meal. I had a nice dinner. Kind of made like fried tofu sandwiches from not complete scratch, but you know, it was good. But now that I'm not hungry, I'm still having cravings, just probably because my period's going in a matter of days. But I try to balance out like coffee or pop as my vehicle of caffeine. But right now, yes, a little bit I am being gluttonous because I want both 16, 16. Boom. Sometimes you just need something. Gosh, that pink Coke is pretty good. Definitely tastes like flowers and roses and stuff. All right. I might actually paint on this because I'm making like zodiacs, right? But I have to decide the order I'm going to go in. And originally, I thought I would do one of each element on here and just go in order Aries to Pisces because that would make sense. But then I realized it would be like essentially the same color all the way down. So I was like, okay, well, I can do like different shades and that would look nice. But if I do it this way, it can go in order starting from Aries to Pisces. Hey, Don. And it will not be consistent colors, right? Because it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think that would look cool. It's going pretty good, I would think. Right? I do think. Um, so lots of ideas. Lots of ideas. Not totally sure how I'm gonna execute them. First thing I'm gonna do is definitely like trace out these circles and fill this in as black probably. And then decide, because I could also group them by modalities or elements or whatever, you know, like I could do the three, like all of these red, all of the, you know, and go this way. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep it together, I think. Fuck no. Quit using the AI. Where do you think you are, Dom? Why would you say that? We're the resistance against the takeover in the technical revolution. What? Although I did consider cutting him out. Old hen. You're not even that much younger than me, depending on when you were lying about your age. Okay, so this also has a 13 in there, which is cool. But maybe that's a sign that this one should be Aquarius, right? Aquarius, Pisces. Why? Because Aquarius is the 13th. So Aries, but then it takes away from my dice roll. Because that's kind of essentially what I think I might end up using this for, is my little die. Just whatever it lands on, I thought that would be cool. I guess I could do it like this instead of this way. Actually, it would fit better. Yeah, maybe the 13 is meant to be Aquarius. Should we stick with that because there's no other determining factor? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Virgo. No, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. Because who else would be 13? I could look it up in the zodiac and see if anybody's the 13th card, but I can't even think of what number 13 is. Maybe like the Hanged Man or something. Might not be. No, Death? I think Death is number 13 for some reason, but that would be Scorpio. Could I make this Scorpio? No. Not in any of my scenarios would that be Scorpio. Yeah. I should look, but I'll probably look it up, you know what I mean? Death card tarot. Number 13. Yep. So it could be Scorpio, but it wouldn't really do it for me, in my opinion, to just like have Scorpio there. Unless these were the fixed set. No, because there's 4. So I could do cardinal, mutable, fixed, but fixed is like second, so that would bother me too. I'm gonna have to probably do it this way. It might be easiest to like reach all of these spots if I give access to the right arm anyways. So that'll have to be it. Number 13's got to go to Aquarius. Plus like number 13 and superstition in general feels like aligned with Aquarian energy, doesn't it? Like it just feels fair to give them that. But Scorpio same. So that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, first thing I'm going to do is outline each one of them anyways. And I realize I don't have my I do have my Sharpie over here. Oh, I almost forgot about my Easter egg again. How's that looking? I really love the grass. It was kind of a mess and like an accident, but it turned out really cool. We have to finish this before Easter. Sure. Come on and blow a kiss now. Give me out, give me out, give me out, give me out. Ooh, speaking of all of the things that we've been speaking of, I want to roll these the opposite way in which they're curling. And I realize that I can totally use this as a poster board holder roll. Perfect. I love reusing, reducing, and recycling. Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of random stuff. Both these boxes have a lot of random stuff in it, but I feel like they're not organized in the way that I need them to be. So let's just get that out of the way. I know it's like a weird thing, but all right. I feel like the paper and the markers and the stuff like that should be in one box, and then all the miscellaneous junk should be in the other box. It's pretty simple, right? Yeah, that's simple as hell. Let's do it. Come on and blow this now. like a big, big cloud, holding out on a big sky. Rolling over like a great big cloud, holding out. The ground missing. Yeah, completely. Brilliant. How did a little more? No, that's what I'm saying. How did I not realize it would be such a good scroll holder? That's awesome. I love that because I love making scrolls and I love like a really good one I like reusing is sometimes when you get to the end of wrapping paper and there's like that thicker cardboardish material like wrapped within the tube instead of a hard tube. Those are really good to make maps and scrolls. I could make a side spoof. No, not a spliff, a sploof. Oh, sorry about my geeky laughter. That's embarrassing. Um, I'm just a precious little darling freak. Okay, so yay! I think these can go in this little spot. Oh my gosh, I love organizing and stuff. Amazing! Now I have a box for my markers and things, and my paintings and things. Really? Yeah, I don't buy wrapping paper, but sometimes I'll like go to someone's house for Christmas and use their wrapping paper. Or like my family, I don't know if it's like probably started with my grandma who was an immigrant. I feel like a lot of them that's like the story origins. Storagens is pretty good. But a lot of them do save unnecessarily almost or I don't know. We just like I've always reused the wrapping paper or like it'll be saved from many many years ago or every bag I receive is a bag that I use again type shit. So I feel like there's always like that bag of bags but gift bag style, not grocery bag style, for me anyway. Okay, I'm feeling really good and I love organizing. If I could not emphasize that enough. So I have to make decisions, aesthetic decisions now. I think ultimately we're gonna go with this. We're gonna start with Aries and we're gonna end with Pisces, and I'm gonna make, what do you call it? A chamber, a die roll, like a die roller for the zodiacs, and I think it'll be cool. Yeah, I always gotta have a bag of bags. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is trace these indented circles and then paint the in between so that like while it dries we can work on our angel numbering. And then after that I'll start adding the details like each zodiac. And then because I also will have to think and decide like I do want each circle to be painted, but then I either have to draw in the Sharpie first, paint over it with one layer that doesn't completely cover it and you can still see it, or I have to commit to painting on top of the paint instead of using Sharpies on it at all. And I sort of want to do both because if the paint pips, fucking A, it's gonna be a long night. If the paint chips, then you won't. It'll just be missing. So I think Sharpie's crucial. Um, so yeah, gonna color this and write. But then I have to decide if I'm gonna be uniform or if they're each gonna be unique. Because I also have to keep in mind that the Aquarius design is gonna have to accommodate to this number 13. So I'm almost thinking like if Aquarius says Aquarius right here, they should all say it right there, or it could be like floating, like Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, like back up, Leo, Virgo, so I just had to make the aesthetic choices. Aquarius, Pisces. It wouldn't really work for Sagittarius. Sagittarius is so long, it would suck to cram it there. So maybe just in the same spot across the board or all different. I don't know yet. So lots of executive decisions, right? Look, please recycle. I'll do you one better, buddy. I'll reuse it. Cool, 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 cool. Also have cool metallic crayons. That could be fun. I don't know yet. Nice. That's good. Yeah, I started hella late today. It was one of my nights off. Just sort of worked out to stream for various reasons. And of course, I got excited about having new cardboard. So I just wanted to do it. It's nice that you're keeping me company as is. Might end up being a late night. I think I've taken on the job of being an alarm clock today. Just for fun of it, really. And because when I was trying to sleep last night, even well after my stream, and going like kind of early too, right? Started early, ended early. I couldn't sleep. I get really bad cramps. Thank you. Of course. And I get really bad thoughts of anxiety, and I simply can't sleep because of that. So I'm like, fuck it, I might as well stay up instead of deal with the torture of impending doom in my body and on my mind as I try to fall asleep, become a different reality. So, temporary moment of relief. So I'm streaming instead. What are you gonna do? Damn, I was gonna use paint, but I didn't get water. You know what's funny is I don't even feel like doing this anymore. Is that insane? Sounds insane. I'm like, man, all of a sudden I feel really defeated. All this, it's weird. It's almost like I feel like I need to be doing tarot. Now that I'm like, shit, I forgot to get water and I wanted to paint this. I like don't know. I suddenly feel this call to do tarot. All right. I know what the plan is. I know what the plan is. I'm doing the angel numbers and I'm getting out of here and I'm doing tarot. And if I am still awake or have time after the tarot, I'll come back to do this one because I do need water if I'm going to use paint. And that to me is a sign to do something different, do something else. I'll do the angel numbers. It'll be quick. Just have to decide. I really feel like I did 13. I have to decide if I'm going to do angular numbers like that or rounded numbers. I really feel like I did a 333 before. Maybe it's on the back of something. I don't know. But I even said like last week the number was 444, and then on stream the other night I was like, oh, this week it's transitioning to 333. Like that's gonna be the lucky number from now on, or this week or whatever. I also have this sort of like old, very old sketchbook a friend of mine, I think in middle school made me. She made like these little hand bound journals. Like she did a little finger paint thread. It's so cute. And most of it was left blank over the years because I wanted it to look so aesthetic and cool, but it wasn't aesthetic and cool. Um, in sixth grade or whatever. At high school, maybe I was a bit older. Some of it would indicate middle school, some would indicate high school. So I want to eventually fill this up, even go over some of the pages that I've already done because they're mostly blank. Um, Sometimes I am just not in the mood to save the planet. Yeah, watercolor would be kind of awesome in here, you know? So this is another random project that I want to do with watercolor. and other layers. I think it'd be cool. And then there's directions to something. A Days In. There's Panchos. I don't even know. I was traveling. And there's just some random directions jotted down in here. Hey! Sorry, I wasn't looking. Hey, Wolf. You're here early, and I'm here late, so that's good. Nice. That's so dope. That's perfect for us, isn't it? Or should I just straight up do 420? 333 is more subtle and funny. Okay. Lay me down at the ground, missing, but I never go in now. Should I do rounded threes? That feels magical, but sometimes like the angular is fun to do. I think we should smoke weed. Look, there's 3 people here. It's a sign. Let's do 333, and I think it should be round because all the threes that I can see, there's a 3 there, a 3 there, 333 there. I'm gonna stick with 3, and all of them that I see are rounded, so maybe like rounded 3. Oh, my belly. It's probably the coke, but also the cramping. In fucking general, I'm so uncomfortable. This is why I'm not laying down trying to sleep right now. Let's smoke weed about it though. What do you say? 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3. This is cool. How are you? How is everybody? How we doing? I was just saying that I have okay, if you're just tuning in, I have like a couple projects that I'm working on now. I always have a ton of projects I'm always working on, right? It's a perpetual thing that I do. But I wasn't really planning on painting, but then I realized that I wanted to use paint on here. So I'm gonna do my angel numbers with Sharpies like this real quick, and then I'm probably gonna switch to tarot. Like I probably will just immediately switch to tarot. I was sitting here and like the moment I realized that I needed to get water to do what I wanted to do, I thought there's probably a message that needs to come through. I should do tarot before it gets too late. So hopefully I'm not too late by the time I'm done. Sorry to talk y'all's ears off, but um it's just I guess one of those days. I'm a little scatterbrained, I'm a little bit of a mess, a little bit of in pain. You know how it is, I guess. That's what I've been saying, isn't it? So I am going to switch to tarot before we get too into the art. So this is just maybe I'll take the next 30 minutes to do this. Hopefully, I sometimes think something's going to take a lot less time than it does. But cheers, cheers, anyways. This is usually my day off of streaming. I typically stream Friday, Saturday nights. That looks sick. Friday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, but there's just random days where it's convenient for me to stream or I have something like this where I'm like, ooh, I'm excited to do this. I might as well just show you guys. This outfit makes me think of this song and then stuck by it. I talked about it for like an hour last night about how I randomly just get very nostalgic for like so very specific moments or songs or experiences. So the other day, I think it was just started yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, where I thought about String Cheese Incident playing Sometimes a River at Electric Forest in 2011. I've been very inspired by it since. I can't stop watching it or seeing it or just like being relished in exactly what that moment meant or how good that set was or that whole weekend and how much it changed and shaped who I am in both good and bad ways, you know? So crazy. So beautiful. This outfit is inspired. This is my string cheese inspired outfit. So when I took my sweater off, I was like, sometimes a river. Because I feel like those guys are just so dorky. No offense. I mean, I am too. It takes one to know one. But it just, the fucking short sleeve button ups, and then one of them's got like a, it's more like a, more Kangol than this beret, but I nailed it. I don't know how to explain. I got my jeans on. They're all out there in fucking blue jeans, like very I wore my American Grateful Dead socks. It's just little things like that make me funny. I guess I do kind of just look like a skater. Same shit. But I did cry a lot today because sometimes my hormones like be triggered by things like moving. So I'll just sit there and I'll get really sucked into my phone or something, and I won't be sitting half the time. I'll just be standing mid doing something, and I'll get really sucked into my phone almost intentionally, so that I can like calm myself down, get centered, and then I'm like, shit, I'm wasting time. I look up, set my phone down, and go to do whatever it is I gotta do, and all of a sudden I'm like fucking crying again. It's like cool. Really glad this is happening. I love that. Super productive, very functional. You can imagine why birth control wouldn't be an option if they keep your estrogen levels low, and all my estrogen levels are very low right now, and that's what's making me cry. That's like, yeah, okay, let's not do that. Let's not try to regulate something that can't be regulated. That's crazy. So I was crying a lot today, but I did my makeup. Since we're already talking about the song and the inspiration, I'm just like addressing my makeup. It's just lyrics from the song. But as I was putting my makeup on, even though I was listening to this or watching this video and I was in a good mood and I was feeling fine, ready to stream, in a good mood or having a good time, I had to blink so bad when I was doing my mascara. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna blink because I knew it would be messy and I knew it would get all over my face. But I just leaned into it where I figured if I was really at a music festival, my makeup would get really fucked up. I probably would be brought to tears and crying or something. And I just decided that going with the messy look was more genuine to the look. We never were no good at goodbye. So of course there's some tears and some smudges, right? Felt more authentic that way. Felt more like what it should be. So that's the makeup inside. And we're gonna go with the bubbly threes. We're gonna go with some funky threes. Okay. It's gonna be like I'm so bad at trying to make things like symmetrical that I either have to go out of my way to make it messy and asymmetrical, or I'm gonna like fixate on it too much, or find like a reason it's supposed to be off. Like OCD, I think, but it's whatever. So I'm gonna do these funky threes, like almost like they're dancing. Like they're gonna be like jumping, moving, you know? Or hopefully they look like that. Maybe like really magical, like super curly threes. Oh my god, this is so silly already. It's not what I wanted to do at all, but it's there. Here we go. Whoa, this one's huge. Okay, this is like Mad Hatter energy. This is like really all over the place. None of them look like this, but again, that's sort of the point, isn't it? Like each one is unique in its meaning and it's unique in its aesthetic and in its look and in its artistry, and that's the beauty of each and every single thing that we create. Um, or anything that we put our heart into or put a piece of ourselves into, and just giving it life by action is putting ourselves into it, whether we consciously do it or not. It hurt so bad. It really did. All of it, you know. Existence as it was, as is. It hurts constantly. But you don't really see me. I do sometimes rant and rave about things, but you don't really see me complain very much, all things considered, and a bunch of things you ain't considering. Okay? So I'm proud of myself in a way, but that doesn't mean that I am where I want to be by any means. And I simply will never be someone who gets what they want by any means necessary. There are some means in which I find nothing could be worth. It's like I'm not an any means necessary type person. Absolutely not. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Any means necessary. No, there's a lot of means in which I would not. Thank you so much. But no, thanks. How's it looking? The jammer. The jam band jammer in me is really coming out because it's spring. It's time. It's like, whoop, coming up out of the dirt. Good morning, sweet, beautiful earth. I like this. Gotta trust myself. You saw how I doubted, and how it's turning out just fine. Yeah. Needed something going. It's like an arrow now. Should I do a little? Probably not. I should have lined it up better, if anything, but I did not. On my bed timer. So I'm gonna make this little like teardrop things blue. The pink doesn't always work. Green would probably be a safe choice. Obviously, these all get slightly repetitive to an extent. Like these are sweet, actually. The normal Sharpies look really good, but like this is orange and it looks hella red, at least on my end. Um, Maybe this one is orange and it looks red, but the metallic ends up looking more true to its colors. So I tend to go with the metallics more, but I only have so many metallic colors that they do start to feel repetitive. But it's easier to cover up the black mistakes with the metallic Sharpies. So we'll see. They're just some of them are shitty and some of them are really nice. Yeah, I've been destroying them with like all my layers and nonsense. Okay. A little bit of blue. And then I really want to trace the black, but I don't know. It's also like the thick Sharpies are the metallic Sharpies besides the black one, and the black is like dead right now. So I feel like I gotta go with the green, and then maybe I'll do a fill, because like the gold and bronze are not dark enough. The pink is kind of dry. The blue hit and miss. We're gonna gamble on the green here. Gamble on the green. Sounds cool, doesn't it? Gamble on the green. Or like not cool because gambling is bad for you. Lord, I was born a gambling man, or whatever the almond man said. Trying to make a living and doing the best I can. When it's time to leave, I hope you understand. I was born and blue. Nope, this isn't really working. I killed these Sharpies. I love these metallic Sharpies. I don't even remember like where when I got them. I feel like I bought them, didn't use them for a while, and then like used them so much that I destroyed them at this point. Damn near. That's alright. There's more, I suppose. And they still sometimes work, or sometimes they'll work for a minute and then they need to like recharge, I guess. Okay. Pretty cool. I wish I knew more words to that song so I could keep singing it to you if you like it so damn much. But I actually don't know it, and I also wish I could keep singing it instead of all the other annoying, repetitive songs that I sing all the time. Here's what we got so far. I'm digging it actually. What colors do we want to use? I try like not what color is not up here? Purple. I don't really have any purple Sharpies, but I'll try. We'll try for purple out the gate. Purple is the only color that I hardly see on here. I can see it here, here, and here, but then like blue is everywhere. Green is really obvious. Yellow, although like difficult to incorporate, still there and present. Orange, but orange looks red. Pink, obvious. More orange and red. Black, more green. The purple is what's missing. This is like the only purple, and it doesn't really pop. It doesn't stand out. And there's no purple on any of the angel numbers except this. So purple it is. I think that thank you. I think that I don't really have a Sharpie that works though. It's a wall that's made of wood. It's like a room within a room, and attempts to sort of contain my sound. You know, I get loud sometimes. Oh, you notice that? Yeah. That's why I was like, when I was moving my space around, it's like, oh, I'm trying to tighten it, sound better. If I'm recording something, I'll use like even more measures, but when I'm streaming, we secluded my face. All right, so I have these 3 Sharpies, but I don't think any of them this one does. Ooh, this one looks good. This must be the dead one. No, they all work. Okay. So now I'm doing the back real quick, which I love doing this. Whenever there's like words that are printed on them, they're usually cut off. So I like to like find the words within the words. This is Paris, as if you were saying Paris wrong. Or instead, and to test out the purples on cardboard, Per my last email, which purple do we like the most? The first one looks gray. The second one looks pink. The third one looks purple. But now I have to remember which one's which. Oops. I think this was the third one. Yeah. Per my last email. The pink is nice too. I guess if I had an issue with this, I could use the other pink one, but the gray looking one just doesn't seem right. Sorry, sometimes it's almost like the coloring is even more hypnotic than the painting. Painting is like usually you look and you look back, you look and you go back to it, paint, stop. Coloring is very much more fluid. It's designed and defined. You know, when I paint, it's just free fall, free range. See, yeah, the purple's cool. This is very Manhattan, which is sort of the vibe lately. I'm mad for spring. It's actually dope as fuck. Tea party season. Oh, itchy face. Probably my makeup. Okay, I think the Sharpie will even live to see another 3. Should we just do the third? There's 3 people here, so do we do the third 3 in the same color? Most of them are the same color except for the 777, which you can't see anyways because it has no design on it. This has design. I think I'll go with it. And this one is also not all the same color with this because these are flowers. So here's our purple options. Should the middle 3 be this same color or should we use this color? I'm definitely not going to use that because it looks more gray than purple. But should I do this for the middle or this? I might switch it up. I feel like it would look cool if it was pink. Mm. Is this even the right one? Yeah, I think so. Oh, I love this. And also didn't want it to die on me. It's a miracle they lasted as long as they did. I'm not gonna push it or risk it. If you ever feel like I would talk to you a certain way based on how I talk to you on stream, just know that half the time I don't know actually for sure who I'm talking to, so you can't take that personally. Just for the record, just on the record there. Just wanted to clear the air. Don't be like, you're rude to me when like I'm not directly talking to you and therefore you have no proof. Or I have no proof, you know? Just a reminder for people. Usually if I'm being rude to someone directly and calling them by name, I can reel myself back in and realize it was either uncalled for or they're at the point where they're getting banned. So clearing that air. Look at this. This is cool. What should we? I feel like I kind of like the background, but the wood flavor just feels like it's missing something, kind of. It would be cool if it was pink. It's too plain, right? But what color do I use for the background now? I don't know. I could try for the gold, but the gold never ends up being good. I could do yellow like this, but then I don't know. Yellow would be kind of dope with that. I also have like 7 more minutes until I gotta do the ad break. Reminding myself mostly, because sometimes I forget lately. Especially if I'm like in a mood where I don't feel like a need to stop or take a break. I just have to do it so the pre-rolls don't go off. Always funny. Yeah, I think I'm gonna love this. I feel like you won't be able to tell what it looks like without it being complete because it's yellow. So it's like harder to see in small areas. So let me just finish all the spots that I want to be yellow and then I'll show you what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. I just got this like line from a song that just popped in my head. You freaking dorks, not doing this right now. I keep seeing movements on the screen. Oh, it's notifications from streamers 555. I was like, I keep seeing stuff out of the corner of my eye, and I look and there's nothing that's changed. But I just realized I'm like seeing notifications pop up and disappearing before I find them. Okay. Yeah, you can't see the yellow at all. Maybe once I add more color around it, because I can see it, but you can't see it. But what color goes good with yellow, green, and purple, and blue? I don't even know. It's almost like I want more pink, but there isn't really pink to do. I also feel like I'm not trying to color with one of these Sharpies, but let me get my other set of markers that are glowing and glowing. Okay. More purple or try pink? Let's try pink and then purple. 420 on my Admiral timer. Just a reminder once again to myself. Okay. Yeah, okay. Cool. I'll do stripes actually. Alright, pink, then yellow, then purple. With some splashes of blue, but not this blue. It would be uncomfortable. Yellow. Noise. Eminem just popped in my head. Specifically cleaning out my closet. That's so funny. Somebody in a bad mood. Somebody upset tonight. I said I'm sorry, mama. I don't. Ugh, I smell some real strong cologne. Somebody's seeking revenge right now. Never meant to hurt you. Being a little dramatic. I don't know. Got some skeletons in my closet and I don't know if no one knows it. Close me in my coffin. Close it. I'ma expose it. You know, help you burn in hell with this shit. Remember when Ronnie died and you said you wished it was me? Guess what? I am dead. Daddy, you was me. I don't know. That popped in my head. Okay. 50 seconds. So the ad roller timer goes off. Okay. Let's see. Race against the clock. Can I get this done in 40 seconds? I just want to show you before the ad break. Oh my god, actually, this might be my favorite one so far. Oh my god, it's very Cheshire Cat, which gotta love that. And 20 seconds left on the clock. Boom. Love to see it. I fucking love it. I'm gonna go in with this yellow right here over the Sharpie and see how that looks. But I do need to roll these ads before the pre-roll timer goes off, so I'll be right back. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in with me, by the way. This has been really nice. I think now that I added the yellow, wait till you see. I did it during the ad because 111. This is perfect timing. I'm gonna switch over to tarot. So, making this 333. It's almost 333 in the morning somewhere. It's 11111 on the time. But check this out. This is so gorgeous. This is probably my new favorite. It looks better in real life than it does on camera, in my opinion, and it probably is due to some of the metallics that I used and the general color. But I'm not gonna hang it up yet because I don't know exactly where it's gonna go. I feel like it should just go right fucking there, but it's so dark. So we'll see it. If I put it up here, you won't be able to see it. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this up, get my space together, light some incense, whatever, with the bong, and I'll be back with more messages and cards and songs. So please feel free to join me over there. And if not, hopefully I'll see you again soon. And thank you. Mwah!